there are a lot of companies focusing a lot on the traffic acquisition, because e-commerce is growing in a such fast way in this part of the world, but they are forgetting about the retention, the conversion, and so on. So, Mara, what was the whole methodology? How did you take this company, because you worked specifically with them? So, what was the whole methodology behind this success?
First, you don't jump into testing first. You have to build to understand what are your customers, your visitors first, and build a relation of firstly start a conversation with them.
So what were the main findings after this whole conversation, like research phase?
Well, the main focus was to find out if they were female or male, what is their behavior, because they have specific behavior in terms of using the website, and also their age, because this is a very important aspect.
You said about the qualitative. Maria, what is, because in research, in this whole methodology, we have the qualitative and quantitative. Can you very shortly and briefly tell us what's the main difference and what is involved in each stage?
Sure. The qualitative part implies talking with the customers and visitors of the website. You can do this on exit intent for visitors that are bouncing, visitors that are more engaged with the website, they are abandoning products, or even the ones that they are buying. Of course, you can even talk with customers and validate if after they receive the order, if they are satisfied with your services as well. It's a very important aspect. You look at heat maps, user recordings, heuristic analysis for the website. There are a lot of things that you can evaluate and see if the content that you are putting out there for them is relevant or not. The quantitative part is basically based on the data that you find in Google Analytics or similar tools. And you look at user behavior, traffic acquisition, the browsers, devices, age, geolocation, all the custom reports, and also the technical aspect, which is very important because running an e-commerce is not easy. You have a lot of integration, plugins, features, pages.
And this is done also here in Omniconvert. There is a team who checks the whole technical. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Ideall.ro, I see here there are some key takeaways. One is that 50% of 50% of the online shoppers reaches and purchase in less than 2 weeks. This is one of the key takeaway. The other one, that 51% of the clients are undecided between brand and manufacturers, and then 86% search for products by category name. Yeah.
But you can see that we were able to gather these three insights by running surveys, by looking at analytics and looking at the website. So there are three different aspects that we combine and come up with insights based on which we created the experimentation strategy.
And then you had also the demographics, which Mara was talking about. And what was next? Like, okay, you did these key takeaways. What was next, Mara, in the process?
Okay, after you gather all this information, you are building a optimization strategy that covers in the next weeks some challenges, like a proper user experience, building great usability on the website, having a good information architecture on the website.
So you work with somebody within the team here in Omniconvert who is expert in UX and UI, and suggests all this to the client. Okay.
Yes, and we have people from all this area that can come with their ideas, and then we get to the part where we are testing each idea one by one, not mixing them and trying to.
So as you can see in the video now, there are the screenshots of how the website was before and how was after on desktop and mobile, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys can see it on the screen, and then these were A/B tested, correct?
Yes, and you can see that there are multiple changes made on the website. Of course, we didn't do them at once, as I said. We took them one by one, and we also we used to split the tests between each device, so we are not applying necessarily, or we are testing what we see on desktop first, then we are applying on mobile. So we are not making the test responsive. We are testing separately each device.
I see. And Maria, what were those things that usually in this industry of appliances, where you have categories of products, it's very technical, right? What was tested? You test category of products, you test the product page itself, I don't know, the support. What are the things like specifically so people can learn more about something specific about what was tested?
Well, you need to test the funnel, of course, the whole funnel, but before you start testing, you need to do a prioritization. And doing this, you need to take into account the ROI, the potential of the test, the easiness, how easy it is to create a test, and time to impact. Because if you test on a page with less traffic, it will take you forever to get some.
So you will have a list of
but you need to do the
tests,
prioritization.
and the prioritization you do it by ROI, the how easy is to implement it, and time to impact. Okay, got it. And based on this, then you communicate with the client and you start the test using the Omniconvert platform, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, then what's next? Okay, we made the changes, we started testing. How much time? What's next?
This depends on the traffic that you have on the website. You have to see if there is enough traffic to have a conclusion in some time, in less than 1 year, let's say. Very fast.
But there are some there is some kind of benchmark, or how do you find out? Like with Ideall, how much did you test overall, like with all their pages? It was how much time? 6 months, yeah?
Yeah, the time period was 6 months of testing plus some other months researching before.
Okay.
And in this period, we tested and measured every test, every idea. We usually use as metrics the conversion rate, of course, and also the revenue per visitor.
Okay.
And after you have all these results, you have to see if the impact brought you an uplift in ROI.
Okay. So specifically for them, it was 22.26% uplift in the conversion rate.
Yeah, overall.
Overall.
Yeah.
So this was like 6 months of testing, and then 1 more year. You looked. How did you measure this 22.26%?
We compared the control variation with the actual variation, the challengers.
Okay.
Control versus variation. So the uplift was, as you said, over 22% in conversion rate.
So basically, just to for us to understand, Ideall sold more on their website with 22%.
If you're referring to the number of orders, you
Yes.
can look also in revenue per visitor, which
Okay.
also increased, and also the average order value, because you made the experience better, the product description, you made everything clear. They were more interested and trusted more on the website to buy.
Okay, got it.
So
And this, how do you measure this? Do you measure it in Google Analytics, or is it measured in Omniconvert? Where
both.
both? Okay.
The results that we are talking now are based on Google Analytics, but they are very similar with what we find out in Omniconvert platform, because we have direct integration, so everything is transparent.
Okay, got it. So overall, what would you, Maria, you have a lot of experience in the industry, also you, Mara, what do you recommend to any e-commerce that did till now a bunch of traffic, that they work with digital agencies into traffic paid, Facebook, DoubleClick, AdWords, you name it, and now it's time to grow. Like, what would you recommend these clients?
First, to become obsessed with their clients, to find out who they are.
I would recommend to really take this shortcut of optimization, conversion rate optimization. I know it's not a easy. It's a easy way, but you have to back up everything with the research.
So with data, basically.
Yeah, and it's really exciting to see exactly how you see in a physical store how your visitors react to your products. So you have to have this curiosity, and I bet that every business owner that will do this will have some insights that will help to increase their conversion rate on the website if they ask their visitors.
Thanks a lot. So just to conclude, guys, also insights, data-driven decisions when you're doing e-commerce optimization. That's the key, and that's why to come and help e-commerces with a few steps ahead, we built this Magento extension that sits within your e-commerce platform, gathers the data of the transactions, makes you all the retention metrics, and additionally creates those RFM audiences, like recency, frequency, and monetary value. Based on that, you can create a bunch of audiences, and these audiences then later on can help you in running conversion rate optimization experiments, because you talk differently to someone who bought only once or someone that bought 5 times. So to conclude and to finish, reach out to us if you have any type of questions, and I hope you learned a lot from this case study. Thanks a lot, and see you next time. Bye. Thanks, ladies.